You already know what it is. Aswand Cruickshank, the one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. It is all in the storytelling, people. The storytelling. You must be able to motivate people. If you want to move, forget about even motivating people, just moving people, touching people, sticking to people's mind. How well do you tell stories? How well do you articulate the research? How well do you articulate the things in which you've learned along the way? I'll give you an example. There was a time, now the number one speaker, at least I don't know if he's still the number one speaker, but at least he spent a great deal of time being the number one speaker, is a guy named Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. And arguably his most famous speech, the one that really went viral, was the one in which he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. That was at least the first time I heard about him, and it went viral. His whole brand, everything he's doing now, went viral, right? Now, that entire speech, if you go back and listen to the speech in its entirety, I want to say it's maybe 10 to 15 minutes long, I'm not sure, but the version I got was like a 6-minute clip, which they had music playing in the background. It was actually the same song from the Friday Night Lights movie, the with the pianos and stuff like that. So it kind of puts you in that Friday Night Lights mode. Throughout that speech, he also said this. He said, I was doing a little research. He said 50 Cent, he told a story about 50 Cent. He goes, I was doing a little research on 50, and 50 said that, he said, I'll never forget, 50 was doing this little movie. I did a little research on 50, and 50 said when he wasn't doing the movie, he was doing the soundtrack. All right. Now, myself being a huge 50 Cent fan, 50 being one of my virtual mentors when it comes to business and things like that, I remember telling that story. This is back when I was a trainer at Nyron. I remember telling that story to a group of mothers that came in. I believe it was Amy, Christina, and a lady named April Matthews, right? Now, I was telling it as a way of motivating them throughout the rounds and things like that. And then for some reason, I believe April left and went to a different location. And then she came back to the location in which I was a trainer at for, I think, one workout or something like that. It had been months since she had come into the 9-round plantation run, right? And she remembered that story. We were talking, catching up old time, stuff like that. She goes, oh yeah, that 50 Cent story. Yeah, that one still sticks with me. And the point I'm making, I say all of that to tell you this. When you're able to articulate stories from your research and articulate it in ways in which it can move people to another direction, you have now gained leverage. And now people, even if they wanted to, even if they tried to, even if they forgot who you are, just tell them a story and automatically you will be reminded. Another phrase that I picked up from Eric Thomas, something that I've used on this channel, is be phenomenal or be forgotten. And he's lived it, and you can see just him telling that story on one video, and now it goes into my mind, and then I go tell it to my clients, and then my clients go tell it to their families, and then their families go tell it to whatever it is. All right. So when you do work, it's like I love using this example. You take a rock and you throw it in the ocean and you start to see that ripple effect. Be that rock, go in the ocean and start to feel that ripple effect. You go be the 50 in which he said, listen, when I wasn't doing the movie, I was doing the soundtrack. All right. They said, when do you sleep, 50? When do you sleep? He said, sleep is for those who are broke. He said, I got an opportunity to make a dream become a reality. I don't sleep. As always, if you have not yet, or if you are listening to this on the Move Swiftly podcast, make sure you hit that follow button. If you have not yet heard about the Move Swiftly podcast, be sure to find it as soon as possible. We're coming out 5 days a week, 5 rounds of fire a week, just coming at you for the 5 days with something new, bringing it strong. As always, also makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com, in which you can purchase a copy of all the books, from Make Your Move to Swiftly to the Move Swiftly coloring book to the 6-figure athlete, and there's more coming. So get ready for that as well. And the Plus LY merch. Remember, all the money is going to be reinvested back into the community, and you'll be doing your part. You'll be doing your part to help out when you support. The most important things are the ROI hiring seminars that happen at the end of every single month, last weekend of every single month, and the big thing are the Move Swiftly workshops, in which we take the right employee and match it with the right employer simply by figuring out what type of worker you are, what type of worker you want to be, and what type of worker you need to be. All of that will get answered on the Move Swiftly workshop as well. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.